Welcome to Introductory to Premiere. This information can be found on the video projects page. I'm just opening up Premiere right now. It's the purple one, PR. And you're going to tell me a story using slides. I have an example here that leads to my slideshow, and then also someone else has posted a great tutorial about Premiere online as well. It's about 17 minutes. The criteria is 12 pictures, you need transitions, you must have text. The text is going to tell the story, or you need it for the credits. You must have sound, music or sound effects, and transitions on the sound. And if you want, you can have a voiceover with your own voice to tell your story, like in my example. Alright, Premiere is just firing up here. Create a new project. You should label it right now and also tell the computer where you're saving it to. So you can call it last name, first name, slideshow. Actually, story. Story's good. And right now it's going to the desktop. I might put mine in my movies folder. It's up to you where you save your work. And everything else is fine. Click OK. And then pay special attention to how I set up what format. We're going to do HD V, and we're going to do 1080 25 frames per second, and 1080 is a fairly high resolution. So you're going to click OK. You can name your sequence as well. You can leave it as sequence 1, or you can name it now as well. I'm going to click OK. So we're building up the project here. We'll just wait for that to load. And you can use internet pictures, make sure they're high quality, or you can use your own pictures from home on a flash drive, whatever you want to do. Alright, so I'm going to import some pictures to this project. I'm going to import, and I've already built a folder on my desktop. And I believe I called it Samples for Slideshow, and I select them all, and I import. I just went Command A and import, and they're going to come in. And they're going to come in up here. I think on your computer they'll come in down here. I've just moved my palette. You can move your palettes around wherever you like to put them. So I can move it down there, or I can move it up here. I'll put it up here. These are the pictures. I'll select them all like this, and I'll drag them onto the timeline. There's your first video there. Alright, now when the pictures come in, depending on what you've brought them in as, they're going to be too big or too small. So I'm going to view my window pane at about fit, but there's way more image to this. I took these pictures, so there's more. So we're going to go under Effects here, and I'm going to go under Motion, and I'm going to go under Scale. So Effects Control, and then if you just slide the slider down, you can resize them to the size that you want. And I have to go through and do each one. There might be a way to do them all at once. Not sure. Okay, I'm going to also zoom out my timeline a little bit here. There, with the magnification tool. And then back to the selection tool. And click Motion, Scale. And slide it. So it fits on the black square, right? So you're going to lose the top or bottom depending on the format of the picture. There always will be a little bit of black on the left and the right, and maybe or on the top or the bottom, depending on the dimensions of your picture. Okay. The other thing you can do is we're going to do the other effects down here and your transitions. And there's quite a few. There's a here. It's crossfade, video transitions. And there's a few. So I could do 3D motion. Maybe I'll do a cube spin. Try to keep it consistent. Maybe do 2 different kinds. So you can see there I've added transition there. So you're going to put a transition in between each one. So this will be part 1 of the tutorial. And you'll notice I have a red line all the way across here. I have to render my video. You should render often. It won't export to a final project until you render it. But if you leave all of the changes to the very end and try to render it, it might take 2 hours to render. So I'm going to render it right now. And you can see it's still going to take 12 seconds, 14 seconds, 30 seconds. So I'll let that render and I'll pause the video here. And this is part 1 of getting started with your slideshow.